What is sexual assault in the state of Texas? Honestly, it varies. When it comes down to cases such as date rape, or cases like acquaintance rape or stranger rape, when it's an adult on an adult, that is what is sexual assault in the state of Texas. It's referred to as rape in other states, and sometimes people are like, what's the difference between sexual assault and rape? And at the end of the day, there is no difference. Sexual assault carries with it a prison term of up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. But quite honestly, if you're facing 20 years in prison, the fine really doesn't matter because what you're doing is you're saving your life. And getting out early on parole is just not going to happen if you get convicted. Unfortunately, when it comes to sexual assault, we get calls all the time from people whose loved ones have already been convicted. They decided that they were going to go on the conservative side, maybe go with a court-appointed attorney or go with an attorney who was just less expensive and seemed to know the right words when they actually hired them, even though they didn't really see that they were very qualified. They decided to go with this person just to be conservative. Unfortunately, that backfires. I cannot tell you how many people come into this office and say, quote unquote, I should have contacted you first, or I should have hired you first. And when it comes down to us coming in to save the day on appeal, guys, that's really almost impossible to do because there's so much damage that's probably already been done if you had an inexperienced attorney or an attorney who didn't go through the steps that we go through at our firm and missed out on some real opportunities to get their client acquitted. If you're going to do it right, then do it right the first time. Appellate lawyers might win an appeal like 1 in 100. Unless there's something like absolutely egregious that was done by the attorney, it's almost impossible to win on appeal. Try to show that, that the case was done improperly or tried poorly. If you're at the point where you don't know what to do and whether or not you should hire a firm that does a million things in order to get their clients off of the charges, stand back and decide whether or not your life is valuable. Is your life worth going to, a cheaper attorney because it's all the same anyway, right? It's not. The reason why we're not the cheapest, date in town, so to speak, is because we work so hard. And of course, the harder attorney works, they're going to be more expensive. But I think that people need to realize, is your life worth it? What is the value on your life? If you were going to go to a surgeon, are you going to say, well, okay, this surgeon is a lot less experienced, but hell, he's only $7,500. I mean, if it's a life-saving surgery, you're going to want to go to the best. And quite frankly, that's what we are.